look at the big picture, and I was just listening to all the keynote addresses that have gone. In the first keynote, one of the slides which caught my attention was that it says that 83% of the respondents have said that India will grow stronger than last year, as compared to about 40-odd% for the rest of the world, which shows that the growth trajectory is strong. In the second presentation, he has said that how India is the fastest growing amidst the Asia basket, but the size is limited and therefore it is not able to make much of a difference to the overall position of that. And there's a second slide where he has shown in terms of infrastructure, and he has said that infrastructure is good, it has grown, but if you take it as a percentage of the per capita population, then the number is looking a little bit small. So I think that can be debated, because for a country of 1.3 billion, there's always this population to infrastructure always invariably yields the wrong sort of a conclusion. But I think I take that point. And in your first presentation that you have played, you've said India is growing at 13%, and they've said the rest of the world is growing at 5%, but India is expected to grow at 8%. So I think what does it clearly show? It shows that India is in a very good position, is in a robust position. And we need to understand that for the past 10 to 12 years, India has been the fastest growing large economy in the world. And in spite of many blips that we have seen, the Ukraine war, COVID, and now the war in the Middle East, there is nothing to suggest that India is going to slow down, or its primacy in the space of growth is going to really slow down. And one of the ways to look at it is to see how we have evolved over the past few years. I don't think 10, 12 years ago, we've had as much infrastructure on mice as we have today. And I think we've added some exceptional infrastructure on the mice. We've got, you see, this hall is a testimony to that. And there are several cities in India which have excellent facilities which are available today. But I think for us to grow, there are two parts to it. The first is whether we have the infrastructure or not, and that is the condition precedent. The second is how do we make the best use of this infrastructure, and I think that is where we need to see as to how things fall into place. Because today we have infrastructure, but my sense is that even though we are growing strongly, we're growing on a narrow base. And my sense is even though we have infrastructure, which there is significant headroom for further growth, I think that we can utilize this infrastructure better, just in terms of how many more events that we can do, how to optimize the utilization of these assets that we have already created. So I think to my mind, there is no doubt that we are going to grow. We're going to grow strongly even in this space. But I think we need to look at certain key aspects for us to do this. And one of the things that I always say is that today we have not aligned the industry to come together to become competitive in the world. And which is why I say that we need to have city convention promotion bureaus like the one Gary heads in Hyderabad, or the one that they have established in Mumbai, where all the stakeholders come together and say it's all of our business to see as to how to improve the business outcomes for all of us as players. So it means that not only the convention centers, you need to get the hotels and down to the florist, everybody aligned, and how do we go and get this. The second idea is that India is already, if we are a very large economy and we are growing, there is going to be a significant amount of demand which will come from being, for hosting events, exhibitions, so on and so forth. How do we create events at scale that India is able to host, so that and you already have the critical mass of a very strong domestic industry. How do you make sure that the rest of the world also comes, and we use this as an anchor to attract business into India? The third is they've shown how AI technology and everything else is there. And I think it is not enough for us to just look at ourselves as somebody who is doing catch up, but we should truly look at ourselves as to how we can be the leaders in the world, how we are defining cutting edge experience, which means that how do we adopt our standards, and how do we adopt technologies, how do we increase our human connect so that we are able to do events that surpass the best around the world. And I think lastly for us, as I've said, growth is a given. But I think what we need to get in place is how do we ensure that this growth comes within a framework of sustainability and responsibility. And both the keynote presentations, the first and the second, ended with the point on zero carbon neutral, events. And I think that should really be our calling card, because if I'm a large corporate, if I want to do an event, I'm able to do a zero net carbon neutral event, it gives me bragging rights. It sits well with my ESG framework that I have for myself. And I think therefore for us as we move forward, we should also position India as something which takes that sustainability high ground, not only in terms of positioning itself, but actually as to how we walk the talk. And I think if we are able to do, we link it with livelihoods, we link it with the cultural experiences that are there around, I think it can be truly transformative. So I think to all of our colleagues who are sitting here from the industry, we're sitting in an exceptionally good place. I don't think there is any other country in the world which is as better positioned than India today. But I think to make the most of it, all of us need to work together, we need to collaborate together, and we need to, as a business and the government, see as to how we can open up pathways for growth that is meaningful, that is sustainable, and truly make this a transformative engine of growth for India.
Thank you so much. I think